right, guys. So with me in the Telluride and the Telluride is David and James of Bulldog Kia, and I would not be sitting in this Telluride if it were not for the two of you guys. So I feel like I just have to start by saying thank you. This Telluride has gone many miles over COVID, delivering meals, delivering campers throughout the state of Georgia, and so it's just really special to be here with the two of you guys in this car. And I'm super excited just to ask you about, how did you get involved with ESP? Tell people, what hooked you in with ESP, and then we'll get to the why you support ESP.
Okay, honestly, the reason I got involved with ESP is because Barbara Dooley called me on the phone one day and said I had to. That's the honest truth. And she literally calls me on the phone one day. She says, David, you know how she has an emphasis.
Yeah.
I have got someone you have got to meet. It was you. So she set up that meeting. I forget what year that was. It may have been 2012. It was a while ago. But I had heard about ESP, but after meeting with you and then getting to know the nuts and bolts of ESP and what it is, it was probably one of the best decisions I made to get involved with ESP. You come across an organization like ESP, it's like a bright spot. ESP seems to be one of these organizations that brings out the best. When you look at your staff and you look at all the volunteer staff are glad to do it. They feel honored to even be a part of it.
Yes.
It's just
and that's one
impact.
of my favorite things about you guys is that you haven't just been involved from a corporate perspective. You have been to our building to meet our people, to build relationships with our people, and that's what ESP is all about. It's about relationship, and it's about supporting people who need meaningful relationships and support. So what about you, James? How'd you get involved?
I remember we got the invitation to come check it out. And David and I arrive in the morning and we meet with the counselors, and here they come from inside the building with all this excitement and enthusiasm, and they greet the students, and man, what an exciting day that was. But then I noticed the row of the accessible vehicles that had lined up in front of ESP, and as I watched the kids come out and the smile on their face, one of the counselors told me that this might be 3 hours that these parents may have to themselves, and my heart just dropped. It made me realize this is what I needed to be involved in. It's something that Bulldog Kia needed to be involved in. It's something that our dealership could get involved with the community and make a difference. And what a blessing it is to be involved, not just write a check, but to actually see and be and do.
Yes.
And now my life, I honestly couldn't live without ESP. It's a part of who I am.
Java Joy is probably one of the most brilliant business ideas. Whose idea was Java Joy?
Mine?
Doesn't matter.
What a brilliant business idea and business model. Because you have these
Way
kids.
to go, James.
You have these kids that grow up and have this ESP family experience. Then what happens when they become adults? And that's the highlight of our week at Bulldog Kia, is when Java Joy comes on Fridays. They're working and they're serving coffee, and they put a smile on everybody's face. And during COVID, when you all were shut down and there was no Java Joy coming to the dealership, our employees were like, where's Java Joy?
Bulldog Kia was one of the first hosts of Java Joy. And, back when we had the old little janitor's cart and rolled it into Bulldog Kia, and now we are in Rome, Georgia, and Atlanta, Georgia, and San Francisco, and you guys have been such a big part of that growth. And I recognize, as a nonprofit executive in this community, there are a lot of really amazing nonprofits in this community. So why ESP? And I know you guys support several other organizations as well, but why do you continue to invest in ESP, and why is it important to you?
Well, for Bulldog Kia, we see how it changes lives. And our organization is a Christ-based organization. And there's no higher example of that than giving of yourself. And that's what we really want to not only do ourselves, but have our employees benefit from it, have our employees see the benefit, and then it then it progresses to our customers. We have customers that will only come get their car serviced when Java Joy is at our dealership.
So let's talk about one event that you guys have been a part of for the last couple of years. The event that we call Big Hearts.
I think this upcoming one will be my 5th one.
Okay.
I got to experience my first Big Hearts this past year. What an incredible event. Seeing that many people together, how I just want that to happen again, to be with people again.
Yes.
This COVID has really put a new twist on things, and this year, hopefully, we're going to bring smiles to people's faces by doing something new and exciting.
I mean, Big Hearts is obviously going to look much different. There's going to be this virtual component to it, but it also just opens us up. I just picture it, these wide arms, and it opens us up to people who can't come to Big Hearts, who maybe have had conflicts in the past or maybe physically can't get there, that are able to experience Big Hearts. So why have you come for the last 5 years, and what's special about Big Hearts that makes you keep coming back?
I don't know if I can define it in words. The first Big Hearts I went to, and James, you can't be teasing me about this later. It literally brought tears to my eyes. The atmosphere, it was touching in ways that words can't describe. But that's the effect ESP has, I think, on your average person. I think every community should have an ESP. That first Big Hearts sold me, and as long as I can, as there's going to be a Big Heart, I'm gonna do everything I can to not only attend Big Heart but to support it.
Plus, our employees want to be a part of it too, and they get excited about it. They want to know who gets to go, when is it, what's the theme this year. I can't wait for it. So the employees are excited about it as well.
Yeah.
And that's one of the beautiful things, is I think there are a lot of people thinking, okay, a special needs pageant, how great can this thing be? And then they go, and grown men are crying, and everyone's having a great time, and people feel free to be themselves, and see people with disabilities on stage feeling free to be themselves, and it's just a beautiful experience. And what's beautiful about it is that Athens Church is allowing us, and through our sponsorship of Bulldog Kia, we're gonna blast this thing all over the country. But there's something else that we're doing that's pretty special about this year.
We're giving away a 2021 Kia Telluride.
All right.
Oh my gosh. And if you can't tell, this car is like butter. It is amazing.
You can buy as many tickets as you want up until they're sold out.
There you go. Well, we are super excited about this Telluride. Super excited to see another one around our community, knowing that it supported ESP, and this is one way we're going to pay for summer camp next year.